Hi, my name's Vaughn Mason, and welcome to this segment of the Music Business Bible Survival Kit web series. Today we're going to talk about the role of a road manager. I used a road manager once in my career, and I was the opening act for Prince and Rick James. It was on tour, and I traveled all over the United States to all the coliseums that we did. I did not see the benefit in having somebody call ahead to make reservations at a Holiday Inn or whatever hotel we're staying at. I can do that myself. I didn't have to pay somebody to do that. I did not need somebody to wake me up. I did not need somebody to get the cash for me before we went on, because you always want to get paid before you go on, and you want to get paid in cash. Why? Because if you don't, you're going to end up sitting in a club or being outside the Coliseum waiting for your other half of the money. Usually the booking agent collects half of the money or your money up front before you even go to the show. And then when you get there, you pick up the other half. But always pick it up before you go on. Road manager gets a hotel book from a Four Seasons. He or she gets a hotel book that gives the rates for a Super 8 or whatever kind of a Holiday Inn, whatever kind of hotel you're used to staying in, whatever your budget is, that's what you have for your hotel budget. They call ahead, they find out how many rooms and tell the people how many rooms, how many singles, how many doubles you're going to need. And that's what they do. They collect the money before you go on from the promoter, so they can play, if you want to call it bad cop. I mean, it's your money, what the hell? So why is there a problem in picking up your own money before you go on? And in fact, it's even better that you pick it up, because if the promoter tries to get you to go on while they have a huge crowd out there, you're in a position of power, because you know that those people out there want to see your show. They're already there. They already paid. So if you go and go collect the money, then what's going to happen is the promoter has to pay you, because time is not on the promoter's side, because the more time it takes him to get you the money and to pay you, the longer the crowd's waiting out there, and he's not going to be there all night. So if you go collect your own money, which I sent my keyboard player in, one of my best friends was the keyboard player for Vaughn Mason and crew. And what I did was I sent him, because now if the guy tried to BS us or something, no problem. We'll wait until you have the money. But we can't go on because I'm the keyboard player, so don't tell me we can just go on. I don't have the money. And I did not go on, and to this day I don't go on unless that money is on my person, not in the dressing room, on my person, before I hit that stage. So I know at the end of the show I can pay all the people that I need to pay at the end of the night. People do not want to wait for their money. So a road manager's job is to collect the money on your side. I can do that myself. You can do it. Why are you paying somebody? So you can floss? I mean, do you need a driver? Road managers sometimes drive. So you're paying somebody to drive if you don't want to drive to the gigs. If that's what you want to do, great. Some road managers want extra money if they're driving. It's not part of the arrangement. You have to know what the responsibilities are that you expect of the road manager. Don't think there's just some magic book on what a road manager is supposed to do. If you don't have an agreement with that person, male or female, then you're going to have a problem, because you may expect something's going to happen that doesn't. So with that said, collecting the money, possibly driving, they're your alarm clock. If you need a wake-up call at a certain time because you're not good with that, they can knock on your door or have a key to get in your hotel room because you're drunk or whatever you're doing. Whatever it is, you can wake yourself up. It's important to get up to go to the gig. If you have to get up and go do a drop at the radio station, A drop at the radio station would be, "Hi, this is Vaughn Mason, and you're listening to WKTU. Hi, this is Vaughn Mason, and when I'm in Oklahoma, I listen to WOOK Oklahoma, and you should too." Those are drops. Do you really need somebody to wake you up to go do that? You want to be on the radio. You say you want to be a success at something, you have to work for this. It's not just playing. There are schmoozing you have to do. Schmoozing is, for those that don't know the word, is you have to stroke people. You have to stroke the radio station and the radio announcers so that they feel that you like them, that you appreciate what they're doing for you, because without them, you'd be out there with a megaphone trying to stand on every street corner to have your music played. So why would you need somebody to have to wake you to do something that you should want to do? I mean, if you want to be successful, you're an advertising campaign. That's all a music group is, and all a record label is the main house, and you're helping promote Columbia Records, Def Jam Records. You're just one of their cars. It's like having a General Motors. You're a Corvette, and then you have the Yugo or whatever the other, a Camaro, whatever the other car is under GM. That's all you are. So you better do your job. But I don't think you need a road manager to help you do that, unless you just need a babysitter, or you want to floss, or you don't get along with the other guys or girls in the group and you need a mediator. No problem. Then get yourself a road manager. If you need somebody to drive because everybody gets drunk, gets high, doesn't know how to drive, if you're a minor, you can't drive, then either your parents are taking you or somebody else is taking you. But no, you must have an understanding from a business standpoint of what you are going to pay that person, what is expected of that person, and write it down on I don't care if you write it down on a piece of toilet tissue. Just write it down, and it acts as damage control. So it's not like, well, don't you remember when we talked about it 3 months ago, 2 years ago, 5 or 10 minutes ago? This is what you said we expected of you. You can just pull it out, and now everybody has, oh, this is what I said. Okay, great. That's what it's all about. That's what a road manager does. Gets you in the gig on time, makes sure everything's done, picks up the money. And when I mean done, when you get to the venue, they may go talk to the sound man because you don't have a sound man, and give them some information. Why don't you do that? When I go to a gig to this very day, the first thing I do is I call the promoter when I hit town, let them know I'm in town. Don't worry about anything. Vaughn is on the scene. When I get to the venue, the first person I go talk to the house sound mixer, I go talk to the lighting guy, and I go talk to the onstage monitor mixer. We'll get into those subjects if you don't know what those three things are. Lighting is pretty simple. And I go introduce myself, and I thank them, and I say, just make it sound like a rock show, and just crank it up. And if I like the way it sounds, if I'm talking to the monitor mixer, I'll tell the monitor mixer when it sounds right on stage. Excuse me. When it sounds right on stage, I'll just say, yeah, sounds good. I'll just interject that as part, or I'll nod my head and give you a quick glance, and then you can go. I tell them you can go to sleep, because it's going to run by itself from then on. I got it from that point. So why do you need a road manager to front you? I don't see the need financially to do it, unless you're just so damn busy, you got other things to do. And if you just want to floss, or you just got the money like that. But I don't see the need in it, because this is a business. You will be successful at it. The music business is extremely hard now. Why? Because you can get it for free. When's the last time you bought a CD? When's the last time you downloaded something, or just went to a website and just listened to the song that you wanted to hear, and that did it for you, or you copied it, or whatever you did, or maybe you bought the darn thing? But the music business is hard. You've got to know the ins and the outs so that you keep as much of this hard money to get as you can. And that's why I wrote this book, The Music Business Bible Survival Kit. This book will tell you in plain English, like I'm speaking now, is exactly the way it was written. You won't have to figure anything out. And I tell you the truth from experience. I talk from experience. I've been doing this since I was 13 years old. I've been doing this for like 50 years. I'm still doing it, still recording, still out on the road, touring Vegas, California, the Oz Fest. I've played those kind of locations. And I'm not even a musician. That's what's so crazy. But you're more talented than I am. The book also includes a CD-ROM with every contract that you need. I tell you when to use it, to whose advantage it's to. It comes in a PDF form, and it also comes in Word, so you can do what a lawyer does. When you go there to a lawyer and they say they have to write a contract, all they do is go back to a contract they already had, change some names, change some places and figures, and charge you $1,500. What, are you kidding me? It comes with a DVD. It shows you how to light music videos, how to shoot music videos. It tells you publishing splits, so you can see it visually on a board of how the splits go if you have more than one writer. And it has a 40-minute interview with the 45 King. He did Hard Knock Life for Jay-Z, and he did Stand for Eminem. He tells you how he did it. I ask you all the questions. Have a great one.